Good evening and welcome back to The Pitch. My name is Parker and I'm pleased to have you back. If you're new to that channel, please hit the subscribe and like button down below and that would be greatly appreciated. So this weekend's game is against one of the oldest teams in the UK. They're actually part of the offspring, I believe, that started the Football League back in the 1800s, late 1800s. So this team also has 10 Portuguese players on its first team. So if you need any more hints, let me know. But this team is Wolverhampton Wanderers. So the best way to do this is to bring on a fan from Wolves. So joining me today is Dave.
How's it going, man? All right.
Hey, yeah. How are you doing, man?
Yeah, all good. Thank you. All good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for joining us.
No, pleasure.
So yeah, man, you are part of a channel called Talking Wolves, which is a pretty big channel out there in the UK. So if you guys are Wolves fans, please subscribe to his channel. I will put a link out there as well. So anyway, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, all good. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for having me. I know it's been a bit difficult with the time difference, but no, I appreciate you having me on the podcast.
Yeah, I kind of mixed up the time there, so we're kind of in a rush. But so yeah, Spurs are at home this weekend, so that gives us kind of an advantage. What are your initial thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I mean, Tottenham have got a really strong squad this year, probably the strongest squad they've had for a number of years. But since we've been back in the Premier League, it's been close games between the two teams. We've actually tended to do a little bit better at Tottenham's ground, and they've tended to do a bit better at our ground. But I think it's going to be a tough game. Probably, like I said, one of the strongest Tottenham teams that we would have faced in the last few years.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're looking strong this year. So I want to talk about Jose Sa. One of your goalkeepers. I mean, I think he's probably one of your best players out there. I mean, he saves, penalties and all that stuff. So you expecting like same thing this weekend from him, or?
Yeah. I mean, last year he was definitely one of our best players. I think he won Player of the Season. He kept us in so many games. It was actually his first season with us last year. But yeah, this weekend, or last weekend rather, when we played Fulham, we drew 0-0, but he saved a late penalty from Mitrovic, the Fulham striker, which was massive. He's had a few little errors. I mean, against Leeds, he in the first game of the season, he dropped a couple of mistakes, but he's a really good goalkeeper. Different to what we've had previously, quite eccentric. He likes to come off his line and try and collect the ball. So yeah, like you said, he's definitely one of our better players.
Yeah, and he's Portuguese.
Yeah,
like most of your players. I think Connor Cody is another one of your big players right now. Defensively, you guys look pretty good. And I know you guys are trying to improve your squad right now with a couple new players. And I think a couple of them are Portuguese.
Yeah. So Connor Cody's an interesting one because he's just left the team actually because we're changing our formation slightly. And we used to play with 5 defenders and he used to be in the middle of that. And now we're changing to 4 defenders. So he didn't really suit the way we played. So with the World Cup coming up, the club have decided to let him go so we can get game time. So he's joined Everton now. But he was a big part of the team, a strong leader, and he was good for Wolves. But yeah, a good member of the team. But yeah, we're moving on to new things now, so it'll be interesting to see how we go.
Definitely. So I know you guys are looking at some players, Bruno Lage, I think, and then Mateus Nunes. 2 exciting players, I think, for Wolves. I think, are these signings that have been brewing for a while, or are they just kind of like just came up this summer?
Yeah, the Nunes one is interesting because it's we've been linked with him a lot over the summer, but it's gone well. I think he was expecting to join a bigger team, but that was made official very late last night, sort of midnight UK time. Wolves made that official that we'd sign him. It's a club record fee of just around £40 million. So obviously it's quite a lot of money for us. But he's going to be an exciting player. I'm hoping that he's going to be part of the squad for Saturday. I don't think he'll start against Tottenham, but he'll definitely come onto the pitch at some point. But yeah, he's a huge signing for us.
Yeah, definitely. I think you guys are like linked to Shea Adams as well. And obviously, like he probably wouldn't play this weekend, but what do you think about that signing?
Yeah, I think we are looking at strikers. Che Adams is somebody that has been linked with us. I would expect that any new striker that comes in is probably going to be as a backup to Raul Jimenez. So Che Adams is probably someone that would be as a backup, but there's other Premier League teams interested in him. So I don't think the interest from Wolves is strong, but let's wait and see.
Yeah, definitely. So why do you think there are so many Portuguese players? I know you guys, your manager is also Portuguese, so you guys are kind of getting used to that. It's been a theme for a while.
Yeah. So when we had a takeover, we had some new owners, probably 5 or 6 years ago now. 6 years ago, and obviously they were a Chinese conglomerate, but they are an investment company, so they have shares in many companies, and actually have shares in an agency called Gestafute, which is ran by George Mendes, who's a super agent for players like Cristiano Ronaldo, Bernardo Silva, and so on. So a lot of his players are Portuguese. So that's why we've got a good relationship with him as a super agent, and that's why we're able to get so many players. When we were in the championship, we were able to get Ruben Neves, which nobody in England could believe we managed to do, and it was
Yeah.
mainly through George Mendes. So we've got good
Okay.
relations with him. We can get good deals with him, and that's why basically we've got so many Portuguese players. But the Wolves fans love it. So
Yeah. Yeah. Why not another one, right? So are there any injuries that we have to look out for? Because I know for Tottenham side, Romero got injured recently. I think it was at the Chelsea game, but it was just announced, I think yesterday. So that was a bit of a shock. So what about Wolves side? Is there anything to look out for?
Yeah, so we've got a couple of, well, we had a major one to the young winger Chiquinho, but that was at the start of pre-season. It's mainly players coming back. So Matinho has been injured for the first 2 games. There's a rumor that he should be back on Saturday against Tottenham. Raul Jimenez has been injured. Again, there's whispers that he might be back as well. So the
Okay.
Wolves squad is looking a lot stronger now. You know, we had a couple of
Yeah.
players like Adama Traore come back from injury last week. So the squad overall is looking a lot stronger than it was for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, because you guys didn't have a strong start to the season, but I think with these new signings coming in and like these injuries that are coming back, we have to look out for
Definitely.
you guys. So
Yeah.
yeah, cool. So what's your prediction? What's the score? What do you think it's going to be?
I think it'll be a close game. Like I say, I know Tottenham are a good team, but we've had
Mhm.
good luck against them before. But for this prediction, I'll use my heart and I'll say a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good prediction. I'm going to go for 3-2 actually, Spurs.
Lots
Um,
of goals. Yeah.
yeah, I can't. I think we're going to concede. So we still don't have that strong defense I'm looking for. Romero's out. So yeah, it's gonna be a good game. So we have to be strong. And so anyway, yeah. Thanks, Dave, for joining me.
My pleasure, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. And we'll see you guys again later in the season. So maybe we can have you on again.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Um, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that button. So until next week, see you later.